Alright, so today we're going to discuss how Tesla's price cuts are putting enormous amounts of pressure on the Chinese EV market. Now that we had Q1 results for a lot of the biggest EV players in China, we can take a look at some of their comments and see how Tesla is actually destroying a lot of the market share and a lot of the profits for many of these players. And we gotta understand that Tesla's Model 3 in China has a cost of $33,000 equivalent, and with some incentives that price actually drops to $30K. So we gotta hear from Mobil Eye, BYD, NIO and Xpeng today and how they're having a lot of difficulties navigating Tesla's price cuts. So without further ado, let's get into Mobil Eye. And Mobil Eye stock actually just dropped 20% after Q1 report, and they are saying that is because Tesla's price cuts are killing the Chinese EV market. Obviously they didn't say this directly, but they implied it. And the specific wording is that the China electric vehicle market has been negatively impacted by meaningful price actions by a global EV OEM. And we know that the only global OEM that produces EVs in China that has dropped prices significantly in the last 3 months has been Tesla. So this only has one name. And we gotta remember that Mobil Eye supplies every single Tesla competitor in China that doesn't have their own full self-driving technology or adaptive cruise. So they have a pretty good indication of what the market is doing. Alright, so second, we just have BYD Q1 reports. And we had some reports before that BYD were cutting prices for the first time in, I don't know, like a year or something, and this came as a surprise to a lot of people because BYD spent the whole 2022 rising prices. They had to drop prices in Q1 because of Tesla's price cuts. And we saw this graph right here of the quarterly sales for BYD, and we saw a big drop from Q4 to Q1. And a lot of people are saying that this is because the Chinese New Year and also because of the seasonality. Now that we have BYD's report, we can actually compare revenues, and we can see that the drop right here in Q1 was actually 20%. If you compare that to the drop that they had in the same period last year, which was closer to 9%, it's pretty much day and night, right? So this cannot just be only because of Chinese New Year or the seasonality of Q1. To drive this point home, I want to show you some charts of the BYD Han and the BYD CEO, and we can see that the reason why their revenues actually drop, and remember, these are BYD's biggest competitors to Tesla in China, their sales just dropped very meaningfully after Tesla cut the prices in China, and likely is what caused the big drop in revenues for Q1. It wasn't Chinese New Year and it wasn't the seasonality. Next, we have Xpeng CEO that predicted less than 10 automakers will remain globally. The somewhat pessimistic prediction comes at a difficult time for Xpeng and China's automotive industry in general. The automaker sales shrank by 50% in the first quarter in 2023. So we got Xpeng dropping sales 50% in Q1. This is way worse than BYD. And we gotta understand that Xpeng is in a little bit more of a premium segment in China. And the fourth player that we're gonna talk about in China is NIO. And NIO stock is actually hitting a new 52-week low every single day, or at least that's what it seems. Their stock has been absolutely crushed. And if you look at their actual net income, we can see why, right? Like their net income is going in the opposite direction than what you want, of course. So let's see if NIO can come back in Q1, which we're supposed to get the results today. I still don't have that for you guys, but NIO is also suffering a lot, and NIO is also in a little bit more of a premium segment in China. So it seems like Xpeng and NIO are suffering more than BYD because they're more in a premium segment and they have to compete more directly with Tesla, whereas BYD can compete in the lower segments and compacts where Tesla doesn't have any product offering just yet. And to top it all off, Mobil Eye giving us the broad commentary on the industry. So Tesla is really putting in the paint in terms of China and in terms of Chinese players in the EV space. We're gonna see how this develops, but this doesn't look very good for the Chinese OEMs. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little commentary. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.